Hello and welcome back to Papeles de Eli B. I'm Eli and I share my love for stationery on this channel. Please excuse the mess in the background. We're making do with what we have here. I do not have the energy today to make it perfect. Having a full-time job has been kicking my butt lately, which is also why I haven't really been uploading as consistently as I got in the groove of doing, and that's also why I'm doing this very easy, low effort. Let me share my impressions of Hobonichi. Also, of course, no matter how low energy I am, I'm not gonna make a video that I'm not excited about. I do want to talk to people about how I feel about next year's lineup. So we're just gonna go ahead and get right into it. I'm not gonna comment on like every single thing because that would take too long and I just don't have an opinion on everything. But I think the charcoal fairy is very cute. It's really funny, like the things that you don't notice at first and then all of a sudden you fall in love with. The charcoal fairy was one of those things that like I didn't care for it when it was released in the everyday previews of August, because I did keep up with all of that. I told myself that I wouldn't because it would just make me want to buy more, and I kind of needed to not buy a lot this year. But I kind of just went into it telling myself, you're only doing this out of curiosity, not because you're gonna buy a lot of stuff. And I think it helped me. I can't really tell if it helped me or if the covers are just really not much of my jam this year, because I don't love a lot. The charcoal fairy I like. I also like the caramel pudding. Sunny Beach also, it reminds me of Sunny D. That's what it is. I was trying to figure it out yesterday. I was like, what is this color combination reminiscent of? It's definitely Sunny D, which kind of makes me want to get it more. I've learned this year that context really adds to the excitement of a cover. So Sunny Beach is not exciting on its own, but then Sunny D, I freaking love Sunny D. So that makes it a little more exciting. Still not gonna get it. I'm on the fence about caramel pudding. Probably not gonna get charcoal fairy. If money weren't a thing, I would get charcoal fairy. I'm glad cactus flower is coming back this year. I already have it, but I just love that color combination. Do I have it? I think I had another one that's similar. I think they also did lotus flower, and I think that might be the one that I have. Yumi Kitagishi is back. Obviously, Little Gifts was so huge last year, and I didn't really love it. I thought it was super cute, and I've been trying to think about why I did not love Little Gifts, but I love what is in the Yumi Kitagishi collection this year. And I think it might be because when it comes to having a black background, I like black to go with like elegant or sophisticated rather than cutesy illustrations. So the A6 is cute, but I'm not about it. The A5 though, which we will come across, I really love. I did not love this Un Soto cover, but I just watched Toxmot's 2025 Hobonichi Impressions video, and she was talking about how she likes it because it's like vintage, and that alone made me start liking it. Not enough to buy it, but enough to where like if money weren't a thing, I would definitely get it. Especially because the color combination, as she pointed out, is really nice. Like the inside contrasted with the pen loops cover. The yellow of the inside with the brown pen loops is kind of chef's kiss. I was surprised that I wasn't excited by Denali in the Midnight Sun because it's kind of evocative of the sea, and I'm all about that kind of stuff, but ultimately these are mountains. And there's another very similar cover that actually is the sea. So that's probably the one that I would get secondhand. I have nothing to say about this except it's cute. Okay, I just said I was not going to say something about all of them. Hiroko Kubota! I love this artist's contributions to Hobonichi a lot. I've been wanting to get the A5 Twinkle Shells for a while, and I'm probably going to finally go through with it this year. This cover is just below where I would need it to be on my liking scale to actually buy it. I'm not super in love with it, but if money weren't a thing, I would definitely get it. This is also another one that I would get if money weren't a thing. It's just very cute. I love that it's kind of giving like children's storybook, like crayons or colored pencil. I don't know. And I also love like the red trim, I guess, around it, lining, whatever you want to call it. The big border, it really does something for me. I like that, especially the fact that it's a primary color. I don't know. It makes it extra awesome to me. I I have no connection to Paddington, but I do love this style of illustration, and I don't know what they could have done to execute that in a way that would have made me want to buy it. But even though I love this style of illustration, I'm really not feeling the cover at all. I love this color combination, and if I knew the manga or anime, I would get it. But since I don't, I simply cannot. But I love that like dusty, kind of like dusty, smoky mint with the gold. Absolutely love that. Like I said, I love things that are evocative of the sea, so I wanted to love this Think Sea, but I couldn't really get into it, and I don't know if it's because, sorry, things are not like showing up great on my iPad, but I think it's because of how cool it is. I prefer things that are warmer. The metallic on it, like the metallic is just not really doing it for me. Let's see, what else do we have here? I thought about this for like a second, then I was like, nah, maybe if money weren't a thing, but even then, I don't know. Never been a huge fan of Liberty Fabrics. I swear Hollyhocks was released last year, wasn't it? This one is also cute. I became more interested in it when I saw the Hobonichi video, and it said that it's like, I don't know, in the tradition of Indian textiles, something with like Indian traditional textiles, and anything that has like a traditional cultural component to it, I really like, but it's just not really my cup of tea. Okay, so this brand I've always heard referred to as Porter, but it definitely says P-O-T-R, which would make it like Poter or something like that. I don't know, but anyway, I'm just gonna go with Porter. Super, super cool that it's available for international shipping this year, since I don't think it ever has been, right? You would have to like, I don't know, find some other way to get it. I kind of wish that I could get it because it's such a cool product, but I can't justify the price, especially when the way that I use my Techo, I just don't see the Porter ever being like, oh, but if I use it as like a Techo and wallet situation where it's like the minimum that I take out, and maybe the key, I could put like my keys in the front, and then that's an idea. It's still a no, but that might not, I could see myself getting used out of it that way. But I'm typically either like somebody that's only going to bring my pen with my planners or journals, or I'm going to bring along like my whole big stinking tote with all of my journaling supplies. And the Porter would just be overkill to just carry a pen and not enough to carry like all of my other supplies. So can't really see myself buying it. Which that's kind of the same reason why I didn't go for the Tragen the first time around, even though there was so much hype around it. And it is a very beautiful cover, very aesthetically pleasing cover. And I think I'm gonna go for it this time because, I don't know, it is just so nice. And I'm only gonna do it for my A6 because the way that I use my Techos, I think it would only make sense for me with the A6. So yeah, we'll see. I just know that I felt like FOMO and a little bit of regret when I saw that it was like that all of the sizes were sold out on the Hobonichi website after the last drop. So this cover is what I'm most excited for this year. The Tot Zipped, at least covers wise, the Tot Zipped Cafe au lait. So good. So nice. It reminds me of this grid Bagoo that I have. This Bagoo tote with like a grid. I have it right here. It reminds me of this bag, which is like my favorite everyday bag. I carry it to work every day. And even though I've used it every day for quite a long time, I've never had to clean it. It's just so nice. And this just reminds me of it. And I am loving it. And I love that it's not as bulky as the zip covers, because that's kind of something that like puts me off of them, is that they're just so big and bulky. But obviously not this one, so that is exciting. And I just love the warmth of the brown. This is one that I wasn't that I literally did not notice, and then I saw somebody love it, and then I was like, wait, no, you're right though. And I think for me it's because, I don't know, it reminds me of like what hippies would wear. I feel like that's so silly to say, but also I feel like if you know, you know. It just reminds me of that kind of like shirt fabric, or even like pants fabric. I don't know. The fabric of it just, you know, I feel like a hippie would wear it, and I love hippies. If money weren't a thing, I would get the top brown and the top Bordeaux. I'm glad that that's coming back. And probably the brilliant yellow. I've seen and heard that it's more of a mustardy in person rather than like this super bright color. It's nice. But I don't really like buying new leather journal covers anyway because A, they're so freaking expensive, but B, like, isn't it just like kind of weird that we use animal skin for our pleasure? Like, we needlessly use animal skin for unnecessary pleasure items for us, which I'm not passing judgment. I have a traveler's notebook that I bought brand new. I have a few TSL products that I've bought brand new, but generally I like to get things that are more canvas or fabric and have just like little leather details. Buying just like a thing that's completely made out of leather that's brand new, I'm just like, I'm not there yet. I don't know if I ever will be, especially because you can just easily find most things secondhand. People love to resell Hobonichi, and then of course you save money that way too. Yeah, none of these. I've never noticed this one before, but this one looks kind of nice. I just like the closure that it has. It looks, I don't know, it almost reminds me of a Bible. Like, I don't know, the way that it's constructed, it just looks like it's meant to hold something sacred, you know? So it's cool. Definitely not gonna get it. Glad the water green is back. I wish I could pull the trigger on water green, but money and animal skin thing. Again, like I said, I'm gonna find it secondhand eventually and maybe get it. Maybe. But yeah, I could never just buy that new. I almost love this, and I'm not sure why I don't. I love a lot of Mina Perhonen designs because they're just so stinking cute. And I love my blues. I love my light blues, but I don't know why this one is not really doing it for me. But it is. I can definitely recognize and appreciate its beauty. It's just not really for me. Light berry is back, which I really like. Peace is not lottery sale this year. You could just buy it outright, which is so cool. I'm not really a fan of this mix. I want to get into Mother because I love to like get into things that have a cult following. I think it's so cute, and especially knowing that like the creator of Hobonichi wrote Mother. I just think that's so cool, and the covers are just always so attractive, right? Like, that is just so lovely. And same with this one. The other one was like a leather one. This one, see, you can have canvas and have it look just as elegant as leather. I love this canvas cover. It's beautiful. I'm not gonna get it because I don't know Mother like that, but I want to. I feel like we've had this one for a while, right? Or maybe like it was released one year and then it came back. I love the Hobonichi pictures. They're always so good. I also think that cover is really cute. Of course, One Piece has come back. The leather One Piece covers have come back. The Twinkle Tweed came back, which is super cool. I'm freaking in love with this cover. I know that's not 2025, so I should probably just skip over that. I got it secondhand on Buyee for a very good price. So, okay, these are looking like they're all 2024 ones that have come back now. So, let's keep going. Oh, and by the way, I think I'm gonna get the Hobonichi Techo 2025 English Planner book with the fancy black cover with the gold foiling. Just because I think the original book with the beige cover is way better for functional planning. But because I don't use my Hobonichi as a functional planner and it's more of a page, a memory keeper for me, I feel like I'm just wasting the useful elements of the original planner, or I would be if I were to use one. So that's why I'm going with the black one. Also because it's just a little bit more attractive to look at. I do love like the original covers, but that gold foiling on the black is just so special to me. Okay, cousin covers. Yup. Okay, so this is the Yumi Kitagishi that I want to go for. Because it's not on a black background, it's on a green background, which is not a shade of green that I'm in love with, but I love the theme of this with the letter theme. I love sending letters. I probably love the idea of sending letters more than I love sending letters. Same with reading. But I also love like the little illustrations inside the cover with the little cat with the memo and the flower and the key. It's just so cute. I think I have to go for that one. I also feel like I have to go for this one. This Unsoto is just so beautiful, and it made me realize that I like tiling. I didn't realize that I liked tiles before this, I don't think. And I love that the bookmarks are little tiles as well. And I love the quality of these colors. I wish I could speak more precisely and eloquently about anything visual, but yeah, I like the tile effect and the quality of the colors. I don't know what else to say. I would have gotten this one if it were a brown or black haired girl. Something about her being blonde, I'm not about it. But I love the little brown border or trim. I love the illustration style. No hate to blondes. It just doesn't reflect me or my family or most of Japan, honestly. So not sure why she's blonde, but it's okay. Just not for me, like I said. A lot of these are very similar to the A6 covers. This one, I feel like a lot of people had things to say about. I don't have anything to say about it. Yup. I mean, we basically already talked about these. I do like this color combination more than I like the A6 color combination for the Only Is Not Lonely. And I've been wanting to get one of the covers like this that Hobonichi releases. I feel like they do it like every year, every season, but it used to be Have a Good Day, and they've had like a lot of color combinations that I really love, and I don't have a single one. So I will be glad to, I can see myself like getting this Only Is Not Lonely and then selling it once I get a color combination that I like better. I really like the oatmeal. I know it's an A6. I really don't care. I think I would prefer to have it in an A6 than an A5. But like I said, this color combination I just love so much more than the A6 one this year. Yup, a bunch of the same, basically. I mean, the bunnies here are in a different color. Yup. A lot of the same. I will not be getting a cousin-sized book this year. I'm really glad that I didn't fall in love with any Hones. I don't know what I would do with any freaking Hone that I would try to get. Because last year I went literally stupid and I got so many planners. And I'm just planning on reusing them. So if I were gonna try to reuse a bunch of planners from this year, which I already was like having trouble with keeping up with them, I literally like did not keep up with them. To add more Hones on top of that would have just been so freaking dumb. So I'm glad that none of the Hones got me. Although everyone on Reddit is going crazy over this one, and I can see why. I do like it. If I were in the market for a Hone, I probably would get this one. It reminds me of the gum. I'm surprised that nobody has said that, but you know, like the gum with the zebra? Somebody tell me you know what I'm talking about. That's what it reminds me of. This is the snakes pattern for the Year of the Snakes. It's very cute. The snake with the top hat and the Sherlock pipe. Come on. So adorable. But thank God I am not in love with it. I'm probably going to get this from my husband. I think every year I'm just going to make that the tradition that I'm going to get him like the one-piece Hone, so that anytime he needs anything to write in, that's what he has. A5 Hones, I think they're basically, yeah, they're the same. Okay, weeks. We're getting into the weeks. I did not really love any of the covers this year, any of the colors this year, until I liked the covers. We're gonna get into it. We're gonna get into it as I come across it. This is a beautiful cover. I don't know if I ever would have, maybe if I were in the market for a weeks, I would have gotten this one. It's one of those that like, it's not necessarily my style, but I do think it's so beautiful. Like, I really appreciate it. I like that they're bowing to each other in this one. So cute. I have no idea what's going on here, but it's beautiful. It kind of reminds me of Gorilla's Plastic Beach, but more on the purple side, whereas that one was more like orangish, reddish, pinkish, if I remember right. This is also really pretty. I probably would have gotten this one over the Yumiki Dagishi one. This one is just more up my alley if I needed a weeks this year. This one is also very cute, even though I don't have any connection to Paddington. Of course, I love the Spy Family colors. Very nice, very nice. Okay. Okay. I want to talk about the sushi bow and tie, but I'm not ready to yet. I'm scrolling through all these, not really having any opinions on the pomegranate. I was surprised by how much I saw, like somebody's video on YouTube, somebody that like got to see the previews in person, and I was kind of like stunned when I saw that they pick up the pomegranate, because it just looked like the most beautiful brick red, and I hadn't noticed it when I was going through the August everyday previews. But I mean, you can see through the screen that it's like a beautiful brick red. It is very nice. Okay, so this is where I can talk about the sushi. So I really wanted to get a Sneaker Weeks this year as my everyday carry, but they only release 2 colors every year, and I was like, because of that, it is possible that I would not like either of the color that they release it in. And I was like, that probably won't happen. Like, I will at least lean towards one of them. But it happened, y'all. It happened. I do not like either of these colors. The green is kind of starting to grow on me, but I don't know. They're just too saturated and too like whatever the color is, you know, like it's green and it's just green and it's not mixed with anything else. It's purple and it's just purple, and it's not mixed with anything else. There's no spice to them. I don't know, they're just like the colors. I don't know how to say it, but I don't mess with that. I don't. So I saw the sushi bow and tie weeks mega, and I said, you know what, I think, and this is before I realized that the sneaker weeks were not in colors that I liked, and I said, the sushi is a great backup if I don't like either of the colors. And then when it actually happened, I was like reluctant about the sushi weeks. I was like, it is super cute, but I don't know, as my everyday carry, for some reason, I'm not liking that. And I was like lamenting all of it, and I was like, I don't know what I'm gonna do. I don't like any of my options for the week's mega. I don't like any of I don't love any of the designs or the colors. And then I saw, bam! Then I realized I didn't like the color on its own. But this is what I'm saying, context like really adds to a cover. Does this not look like brat green? I'm supposed to be looking here. Does this not look like brat green? I mean, this is brat green. Hobonichi is going to help me extend brat summer, because this is going to be my everyday carry weeks mega for 2025, and I'm so freaking excited. I'm over the sushi mega. I'm over the sneaker weeks mega. It's brat summer all 2025. I'm so excited. And then of course, like a day after I made that decision, I started missing the sushi weeks again, and I was like, like maybe there's a way that I could use the sushi weeks, even though like there was another side of me that was like, no, we've already went through this. I don't have another way. I don't have another thing to assign to another book. Like I cannot get more planners this year, other than my everyday carry, sneaker weeks, weeks mega, and my memory keep A6. I cannot get anything else. But then I realized that it would be super cute as like my Japanese study little book. So I don't think I'm gonna get the mega. I think I'm just gonna get the regular weeks, because I don't have that much time to dedicate to studying Japanese. So I don't want to overwhelm myself with all the pages of the mega. But yeah, those are my Techo buying plans so far. And I'm definitely going to get the Alatone or Alatone Weeks cover as well, just because this color is actually my least favorite one out of all of the sizes of this cover, but it's just the one that makes the most sense for that size. Like I might use my Weeks as a wallet sometimes. This makes that possible. And just, you know, like as an everyday carry, it's nice for your everyday carry to have like a few pockets and just be in such a nice little package, you know? I feel like this is available every year, and I think that's a really good thing because it's just like such a classic weeks cover slash wallet situation, and I really like it. Never bought it, maybe never will, but I like it. I like it a lot. I can't believe this is still available. I got it secondhand last year, and it looked brand new, and I like it a lot. These are interesting to me. I never really looked at them, but so masculine. Such a mask cover. I love it so much. If I felt like it made sense for me in the way that I use my weeks, I would get it. I think it's just a little too bulky for me, but alas. Day free covers. Do these change at all? I don't know that they do. I don't really pay attention to those. I know that I was glad that they brought Anone in a 5-year cover, just because I love that design so much. The only 5-year I have is for my daughter, and I already have a cover that I really love for her. It's actually the previous gift set. That is the cover I have for her. I've always really liked the natural leather cover and the red leather cover for the 5 years. They're so nice. Okay, so someone on the Hobonichi subreddit posted this and said, "Not the fucking gyre," and I thought that was the funniest thing I had ever seen on that subreddit. Somebody also commented, "We have Jobonichi at home," and I died. I thought it was so freaking hilarious. But yeah, this is the new gift set for this year, for the 5-year this year. And I think for my personal use, I would like this one more than the previous one. This is more up my alley than the last one was. But I'm glad I have the last one because, like I said, I have it for my daughter, and the last one was really evocative of a nursery for me. It was very much giving nursery / baby vibes. I think it was the perfect cover for a baby journal. So yeah, I'm glad I have that one. And now we're in the 2024 edition Techo books. I feel like I talk so much. I didn't mean to, but it's exciting. Hobonichi's exciting, always, all the time. So, of course, we can't end the video before looking at the new stationery. So, how? Let's see. It looks like we have some new colors for the pencil board, which I'm not really interested in. Fireside Chat Notebook, not really interested in. Hobonichi lined notebook, super interested in that. That's gonna replace my, I've been using the Midori, what's it called? I mean, I guess it's just like the regular notebook that they have, the regular lined notebook. I've been using that for my morning pages. I'm gonna be getting the Hobonichi lined notebook for next year. For, you know, a quarter or third or half of the year, however long it's gonna last me. Also, definitely want to and probably will get all of these pencil boards because, oh my god, they're just so freaking cute. I just love them. I'm also gonna get these and probably just sell the panda ones that I have. I bought the Hobonichi translucent sticky notes in Love It Panda last year just because the sticky notes looked really cool and helpful. I wasn't really in love with the design, but this design I'm not in love with, but I like it a lot more. I'm also into the Fusen, I think that's how you say it. Sticky tabs, essentially. Not in love with the cover on cover this year, the decorated cover on cover. I'm probably gonna get one for my A6 because that's the one that I use most often, and it is nice for like the winter season, you know, but it's just not something that I'm in love with. I never get Deco Rush. The Hobonichi Papers book is cute. I also want the clear folder sets in both sizes from Iyo Ukumi because they're just so nice. Look at that. They're beautiful. I don't know anything about Spy Family. These are more what I would get rather than the covers. Remember how I said I liked the illustration style, but for some reason I just couldn't do the covers? The pencil boards I would do. I don't know if I will get all three, just because that is $15 for all three of them, but maybe one of them. Maybe A6, because that's the one I use most often. Or Weeks, I also use that pretty often. If money weren't a thing, I would get the handkerchief, because it's so cute. This cover on cover, I like a little more, and I might get in all three sizes, or at least the A6 and the Weeks for sure. Because I'm still not in love with it like I was with I forget the artist who did like the Seasons of Hope. I'll put her name on the screen, but I was in love with her cover on cover contributions. I love the Unsoto pencil boards, all of them. I think I will be getting all of them. They're beautiful. I love the quality of these colors. They're like muted and just I don't know. I'm very insecure when it comes to talking about art, but it's just pretty. What more can you say? This is insane. It is insane that the Porter wallets are $105. If they weren't so expensive, I think I would go for them. Oh my god, I love a carabiner. I'm also not crazy about the colors. I think that has something to do with it as well. Plus, I'm already planning on using a Plotter Mini 5 as a wallet next year, so why would I get that super expensive thing to use as a wallet? And I know that that's going to serve me really well. Why would I buy a $105 wallet on top of that? There's just no reason other than it is super cute. Like, I love the design, like its form, but I'm not crazy about the colors. I just am not. I want the pajamas, but they probably would not have my size. Doubt it. I just noticed, I feel like these have been around for a while, but I never noticed them. Or maybe they haven't been around. Oh, this is the new Stationery, so I guess that means they haven't been around, right? But I like the thought of these pockets. At first I thought they were like useless because you can just paste in or tape in anything that you would want to put in these pockets. But I think the large one would be nice for postcards. I don't really like taping postcards into my Hobonichi. I would much rather have a pocket for something like that. So probably gonna go for that. I don't think this makes sense for me to get, and I might get it anyway just because I've seen a Midori one for a while that I really like, and with this coming from Hobonichi, it's just, I don't know, I'm just such a Hobonichi stan, and it just does seem like a very useful tool, just not necessarily in the way that I use my planners. Like, I really don't think I would get much use out of it, but it's one of those things that it's like, I feel like it could be useful to just have for like one time that it might serve me well. Just for like one time where I'm in like a different situation that I usually am, and it turns out that that's the perfect thing for me to use for that day. They brought Bow and Tie Cafe to the Stapo. That's crazy. And the sushi. I think those are way too like bold for me to ever buy, but I am a big fan of both of those fabrics. And I wish I had the money to spend. Well, I guess I don't have to be upset that I will not be buying this because it's way too expensive, because I already have my Bagoo, which was very reasonably priced. These Stapo minis were so exciting to me. I don't think that I can justify buying them. I already have like one of the stand-up, I think they're Delde pouches, and it's useful to me. And I think this would be like honestly a lot less functional than that, because the front is just so low. I can't, oh, it looks like it's holding a lot here, but I don't know. I just don't think it would hold enough for me to justify buying it. Also, I don't think it would be easy to travel with. I think it's definitely one of those like sits on your desk, stays on your desk things. And I can't, but something about it is really exciting to me. I don't really know what or why. These frame stamps are cute for a moment or a day that you really want to stand out. The everlasting envelopes. It's funny. They said that they made these in the hope that like envelopes won't be disposable. We created it in hopes to make envelopes reusable instead of disposable. That sounds very lovely, except I don't see how that would work. And I don't know what I would use these for, but I want one. I just do. I have no idea what I would put in there, but I like them. This is something I was so excited about when I first saw it, and I'm still super excited about it, and I want it. It's ceramic, and I'm sorry, I just got stuck thinking about how I just said that like I can't see myself using the Hobonichi Stapo Mini because it wouldn't hold enough or something like that. But this I think maybe holds less, but I think it has more cute factor, and also it's much higher up, so I think it would be better at holding the things that it would hold. This is just a toy. Why did they do this? I think it's funny, actually. I think it's fun. You can like take microscopic pictures of things. I think it's cute. Will not be buying it though. Yeah, I think, oh, I like these. I don't know if enough to buy them, but they are very pretty. Okay, I'm literally so tired of talking, but I'm gonna come back and talk about what my minimum cart would be, which would be the minimum for the free shipping, because I always go for that if that's an option. And with Hobonichi, it is disappointing that they upped it from $250 to $300, but it's really easy to spend $300 with Hobonichi. So I'm gonna make a cart based on that minimum, and I'm also gonna make a cart based on what I would get if I decide that I'm gonna spend all the money from a whole month of donating plasma at Hobonichi, because I've been considering that because there's just so many things that I really like. So it turns out $300 doesn't get me as much as I thought. And I actually had to go over by almost $20 to get all of my must-haves. So as you can see, aside from the new planners this year, I only have 2 covers that are new this year and 3 stationery items that are new this year. These are just the things that I couldn't pass up. And then I have some things that are returning this year that I've been keeping my eye on for a while, and I still want them. I've been wanting them for a long time, and I don't want to miss out on them. So that's, of course, the Twinkle Shells A5, the mini banana hammer, and the little Yes No Weeks pencil board. I actually had almost forgotten about that because I saw it a while ago and I guess just never got around to getting it, but it's super cute and I'm surprised it's still on the website, and I have to go for it, especially because aside from being afraid that it's not going to be available for much longer, it fits the brat green weeks so well. I do actually think that I'm going to put a whole month's fun money budget into this year's Hobonichi order, which sounds crazy maybe, but I mean, that's exactly what the fun money budget is for, is stationery, really. So I decided that the Tragen would actually make more sense in an A5 for me, and y'all saw how much I love that tile A5, the Un Soto cover, so I gotta get that. The Yumikiragishi Fusen. The pockets are $12 because I want to get one of each size, plus an extra one of the large size because they have 5 pockets instead of 10 pockets like the other sizes. The little everlasting envelope, the Un Soto pencil boards in all of the sizes. And then I actually can't decide if I want to get the Yumikiragishi A5 for $30, which would total $480 exactly, which is exactly what 1 month's fun money budget is. Or I could also do the Yumikiragishi pencil boards in an A5 and weeks for $11, the 2 sets of the Iyo Okumi clear folders in both sizes for $12, the Beautiful Season cover on cover in A6 for $6, and the $4 A6 Paddington pencil board for a total of $483. So there are definitely some decisions to be made. And who knows, by the time that it's actually time to make the order, I might feel completely different, but probably not. But you'll definitely find out in the Hobonichi unboxing that I do at the end of the year. So if you're still here, thank you so much for watching, and I hope I see you in the next video. Bye!